in the days I was not a good father to my children. But today, I'm a different person, and I want to stand for what's right. I want to speak to our young men for a few minutes. Sometimes, young man, you got to develop a thick skin in order to rise above the negatives in our society, both from majority and from our own communities. It's more than just standing on the couches, man. It's more than just standing around on the corners, brother, selling poison at 2 a.m. Because in order for you to be successful, it requires you to dream. It requires that you stay focused and not be afraid to go out and get it and make it work for you. But we got to be real with each other. We got to be real with ourselves. First, for self-fulfillment to occur. That's what I had to do, and I wanted to be drug-free. I had to make it happen. I didn't want to die in that alley. And guess what? Being clean and sober has provided me strength to say to myself that I can make it now. But I want to put the focus on society as a whole. That black men need jobs. And we also need quality education like everybody else. And most of all, we need policies designed to keep black men out of prison. And it's hard being a black man in this day and age. And it's a plus to wake up each day, first to give thanks to God for another chance, and secondly, taking that chance and running with it. Break the cycle, black man. Shake those demons and start taking advantage of the opportunities that's there. Remember that one cannot fail if he never fails. And I got to say to those who think they are better than me because of my blackness, my job is doing gang prevention, taking guns from kids if I get a chance to do it. But still, we must deal with racism, inequalities of life. Yet I risk my life for those same people. And I could lose my life for people who don't even care for me because of the color of my skin. And are you serious? I don't want society to feel sorry for our black men, but the struggles are real, sir. The lack of educational resources, the school curriculum is definitely not on the national level. And we all know that no matter how successful a black man is, his salary would never compare to the Caucasian. That's bad, man. And what happened to equality? And I'll also speak to a lot of brothers re-entering back into society after prison and jails. And one thing I've noticed is the stress level for these brothers is high. I think it's part of the reason we have high blood pressure. Many of them are also diabetics with heart problems. And when we speak of economics, we are at a disadvantage because of the lack of financial understanding. And I know for a fact that no one has taught our black communities how to save money for a rainy day. We must teach our people how to invest in securities and exchange, and to show them that their money is for the future. It's what our organization, Gaining Ground, wants to do. But we need sponsors. We need volunteers. We need you who specialize in this field to come aboard with us. You know, the other day I did a segment a few days ago about sacrifice. And if you go into the archives and pull it up, you can hear me speaking about sacrificing your time to help someone else. It's important, my friend. Reach one, teach one. And for the young black teens, I talk on a daily basis to them, and they don't see any hope for change. We got to change the thought pattern. We are getting behind, man. We are to get everybody on the same page. That's the plan. You see, these young men, they see only one way out the ghetto. It's to be an athlete or a rapper or even a drug dealer. But it's the media's fault for just showing black men as predators and our women on welfare and uneducated. Just take a look at Hurricane Katrina. All we saw was black families suffering. But if it was in Florida or some other predominantly white population, then the outcome would have been different, and I'm sure about it. Trust me. And I'll tell you what it means to be a black man, because I'm getting heated right now, but I'm going to keep it 100% real. It means having to deal with on many fronts and knowing that people are judging you on your successes or your failures. It means to try to be strong in the face of many around you, including our families. And it's a constant pressure to live up to those people's expectations. And to all my black brothers out there, be encouraged. And if you want to make it through, then you must start spending time with the right people. I'm talking about the people who love and appreciate you. And they are the ones who make you feel alive. And not only do they embrace who you are right now, but they embrace who you want to become. And it's not your problem that define you, sir, but it's how you react to them. And these problems won't disappear unless we take action. It's what I had to do if I wanted to get clean and sober. I had to take baby steps, inch by inch, because I'm going to tell you that these inches count, brother. They add up to yards and miles in the long run. And today, got 12 years clean after smoking crack for 20 years. God is good. And there's an old saying, how do you eat an elephant? And it's one bite at a time. It's the same philosophy that holds true for making changes in your life, black man. Trying to bite off more than you can chew will only make you choke. I'm excited about my life today. But speaking about what's going on with the black men, and as a black man, I think our biggest struggle exists with ourselves, our women and our children. Statistics on crime and domestic violence, and of course the number of kids without dads, document the level of craziness going on in our community. And that's insane. And the crazy thing is that people have accepted this behavior as the nature of black men. It's sad to say that we have become accomplices by closing our eyes to the problem. And I'm going to tell you that to be a black man is also to be angry. Not at the White House or the government, but we should also be angry at ourselves for letting others dictate our potential. We should also be angry at ourselves for letting others dictate our actions. And let me say that after our upbringing, we have the choice to make something out of our lives. And forget the 40 acres and the mule, but go for an island. Go for an island of your own. But you got to get the cap tight. You got to get the knowledge, people. And change starts with us, to change our image as a race, while at the same time restructuring the image of the black man. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for joining me on Dale Ray Raw and Uncut.